Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. How are you? This is my Red Saison. This is the one that's been on the Brett for a couple, well, I guess for about a month or so. Looking more like an old Bruin type color, but there it is. The aroma's coming out with a very nice fruity Brett aroma that I'm really digging. Let's take a taste. It's got a little bit of Brett Pekoc floaties floating around in it. So I just took a sample of this. Got some footage. Yeah, let me go ahead and show you that footage of me racking it off and tell you what I'm going to be doing with it from there. Here you go. Alright, so here we go. I will be using this fruit puree that I get here. It says Shoutout, but that means cherry. So let's go ahead. It's going to be 1 kilo of this stuff. And should bring in about 10% sugar. Here you can see it on the label. And I'm going to go ahead and add this in here. Cap off. Let's go ahead and start to add it in. Alright, let's go ahead and just top this up with a little bit of water. So star sand that's in there evaporates pretty quickly. There we go. That's enough. Alright, so I've got the cherry puree into it now. So hopefully more of those sugars, the Brett will be able to interact more with those sugars and give it a little bit more flavor. Hopefully more of that fruity notes will pop on this, because I'll be honest with you, right now it does taste very nice. It does taste very nice, and it's got a slight bit of breadiness to it. Not bready, but Brettanomyces notes to it. So it's got that little bit of that tartness to it that some Bretts have, and this one has that, but I wish it would pop a little bit more. So yeah, so I'm gonna add in that puree, and hopefully that will add a little bit more oomph to the breadiness, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, it's pretty good. It's nothing to write home about, but hopefully it will evolve and get a little bit better with age. A little bit more sugar, hopefully bring it a little bit more character. Since I brewed this beer, I have brewed up a Vienna Lager version 2. That's currently in the fermentation chamber. And that should be ready probably in a couple weeks. Brewed that up for a work party that's going on towards the end of August. Here we are right in the middle of July, so should be good to go by then. This week picked up a couple brew buckets, the Brewmaster edition, so I got the thermal well, so I'll be able to use my STC 1000 in there with it. So really looking forward to using these and making some room, getting rid of my old plastic buckets. So hopefully I'll only be fermenting in steel from this day forward. 2 of these guys plus the 10-gallon or the 14-gallon SS Brewtech conical. So cool. Really really happy about that. I can tell. Can't you tell I'm really happy about that? I am just flabbergasted. I am so happy about that. So also I've got this beer that's got the cherry puree on it. Let me go ahead and show you the other Red Saison. Okay, so right, you just saw me put the cherry puree into the Saison, the Red Saison. Now let's go ahead and check out this guy. This is the one that I put on the Cantillon dregs. So as you can see, it's got a nice little pellicle on it, a little pellicle pouring for you. And yeah, Dan, you'll notice that it's all the way in now. Dan sort of helped me point out that it was a little bit of air getting in there. That's why the pellicle is there. Right, pellicles are pretty much a consequence of having oxygen ingress into your fermenters while you've got yeast and bacteria. So that's it. First try into a mixed fermentation or a mixed culture fermentation. So yeah, we'll keep you updated. Okay, so in case you didn't see it, this was the recipe I had going on for that Saison, the Red Saison. Here's the ingredients and the percentages. It came out really nice, actually. Initially fermented with Saison Stein's Monster, and then also the T58. Both of these came out tasting really, really nice. The Saison Monster came down really, really low though, so 1003, and that's when I pitched all the Bretts. Now it's been about 6 weeks, probably closer to 2 months since I did this. Let's see, what's the date on here? 15th of April. Right, so after on July, all the Bretts came out to 0.9985, so it brought it down from 0.003 to 0.9985. That puts it at 6.8%. So yeah, I just added in the cherry, so that's going to boost it up a little bit more. It's got a little bit of sugars in there, but what I'm really hoping to get out of there is more flavor, more of that Brett flavor, by adding in more sugars, giving more of that Brett more to chew on. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and then the T58, that's the one with the Cantillon dregs with the pellicle that I just showed you. Alright, so that one's got a nice little pellicle on it. Not that I want a pellicle on it, but it has a pellicle on it. I know that the yeast and the bacteria that's in there is beginning to go to work, and hopefully some of those flavors that come out of this beer are going to just become even better with time. So I'm going to give that one quite a bit more time, and we'll see where we end up. Probably in about 4 to 6 months, we'll take our first tasting off that one, see where it is. Since then, a couple weeks ago, I did fly out to Seattle, spent a nice long weekend with my best friend Jeff, and then took a train down on Wednesday to Portland. So I took Wednesday to Friday off, and I was as soon as I got down there, I dropped off my bags, got on the train on the Max, and headed out to Kevin's house. So we all went out there and had such a great time. Got to meet all of the other cool brew tubers that were there that night. Mike Dean didn't show up till the next night.
Appreciate it.
Hello, and tequila.
Ooh,
Nice.
upgrade.
That's a good combo.
Wow.
Woo!
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
I'm
we
not
also-
able to drink beer, but I'm joining you.
We also have someplace hidden away a coffee chocolate tequila.
Oh yeah.
Please, oh.
Sign me up.
Honey, we've had
The
it.
Patron?
No.
No, is it
Oh.
another
No.
one? Yeah.
This is a little
Patron's pretty
guy
good,
that makes in San Jose del Cabo, and he's the great-great-grandson of Don Jose Cuervo. And I love going there because he has all the photos, and he'll walk you through the family history, which is awesome.
Oh, nice. And he serves minors.
When,
Like Kevin.
right
Kevin.
after we got married, 2004, we took all the kids with us, and he's going through the history, and we turn around and see all of our kids. The only one that was legal was my daughter and Chris, who had turned 18, but they're all drinking tequila shots. And the youngest one, who's 13, goes, "My favorite's the orange." They were so good kids after that, though. I recommend tequila shots.
Everybody that was there, it was so cool. I mean, I finally got to meet Josh Secaur. Also, Jake Wolstad was there. Josh and Michelle Hoover. Right. Nate Pico and his wife Ryan Reschan made it out, and of course SJ Porr and Porr were there. So together with Kevin, also Christian, got to meet a chance to meet Christian, and of course Barb was there. And such a treat to be there and meet all those people in one session, in one go. It was just, mind was blown. It was such a fantastic event. Bottle share, beers were coming out left, right, and center. Everybody was sharing their beers, home brews, and of course, white whales from all over. So it was just so fantastic. Got up early, headed into the conference on Thursday, and checked in and had a great day there. Finally met up with Mike Dean showed up, and we hung out for a long time. Later on, Dan Pixley showed up, and we got to hang out. That was really cool. Wow, just everybody that I could possibly imagine or hope for was there. There was a few people that were missing, of course. We didn't get a chance to meet with Elder P. He wasn't there. Also, Wally Feck. Where were you, Wally? Sorry you couldn't make it out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to Rhode Island or not. This was sort of a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing for me. If I do make it out there again next year, we'll see. Got to meet a lot of great people while I was at the conference. Some people did come up and say hi, and I really appreciated that. Thank you so much. The guys at Jaded Brewing were really great, gave me a t-shirt. Thanks a lot, man. If you guys don't know, fastest wort chillers in the world. But yeah, Thursday through Saturday, just at HomebrewCon, what a fantastic event. I did get some footage, like say on Friday, not so much. I tried to live in the moment, so I really didn't take a lot of footage. If you watched my previous video, you know that we did a 360 video, a tasting of a brown ale that I did here with Sticky Tentacles. Friday night was club night, which was really cool. I did get some footage of that, but I was like one of the first ones there while the people were setting up. So I'm walking around, trying to get some good video of all of the different stands. But alright, so never did this before, so let's go ahead and see how this works out. Just going to be walking around HomebrewCon and seeing how things are going. Let's go, get you up there. I did not take away too many of the freebies. I did get a couple things, like I got the Blickman sign, same Mike Dean got. I got a bunch of stickers that I put up here on my my control panel. A few other small things, some hops and stuff. I could only bring 23 kilos with me with my checked-in luggage, so that was pretty much all my clothes and a couple bottles of beer that I was taking home with me, and that was it. So I didn't really have a lot of space for freebies and stuff like that other people just sort of had like 2 or 3 suitcases full. It was such a crazy event. It's amazing. Yeah, what can I say? HomebrewCon is the event to go to if you're a home brewer. I mean, it was well organized, it was well executed, everybody was having fun, everybody was well behaved, you didn't have any people even drinking too much and getting out of hand. You could go all over the place. There was all sorts of great breweries everywhere around. It seemed like everywhere I go I was bumping into Charlie Papazian. I went and had lunch with an old Navy buddy of mine that lives just across the river in Vancouver, Washington, and we went to Hair of the Dog, and who comes in? Charlie Papazian, sitting down for lunch with a couple of his colleagues. I had to go and change. It was, becoming nighttime, and it was great and nice hot weather during the day. It got a little bit chilly at night, so I went back to my my room and put some pants on. I get on the Max train just to cross over the bridge. Who's there? Charlie. Charlie's on the train, so I'm sitting there talking with Charlie. He was everywhere. Very accessible. Went over to Rogue Brewing on Saturday to meet up with the Porrs and the Hoovers, and I was with Ryan Reschan and met up with Dan Pixley just across the street at Cascade Brewing Company. Had some fantastic sour beers. Went across the street to Rogues, and who was there? Charlie Papazian was there. He was everywhere. It was amazing. So we took a few opportunity pictures with Charlie, and that was a good time. For me, it was like the highlight of my home brewing life. How else can you describe that? It was just so fantastic to be able to spend so much time with those guys, and what you see is what you get. I mean, just down to earth, fantastic people, and it was a great atmosphere and environment to socialize. Okay, just one more thing before you go. Wait, wrong shirt. There we go, that's more like it. Finally, Christopher, Harry Brew 69, had finally gotten his beers on tap at his brewery, from his brewery into his pub, the Brew Shed. So huge congratulations to Harry. From conception, not just a grain to glass, but a frickin' brewery to a brew kit to the bar, to people's glasses. I mean, how about that? And the mere fact that you had a great group of brew tubers come out there and help you celebrate getting those things out there on tap. Wow, it's freaking phenomenal. So happy for you. Huge shout out to Harry Brew 69, guys. Check them out. Of course you're checking them out. I'm checking them out probably 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'm the only one that probably watches his videos over and over and over. That's it. That's all I've got going on in my neck of the woods, guys. I hope you guys are having a hell of a week and have a better weekend. Cheers.